On this episode, we'll be talking about how Nike and Michael Jordan created the Air Jordan. It is a fact that the Air Jordan is the most sought-after sports shoe in the world, raking in millions in revenue and sales and keeping Michael Jordan on top of Forbes' NBA richest sneaker deals with $130 million in earnings even after more than 20 years in retirement. Isn't that amazing? The story of the Air Jordan stands out as one success story which has continued to be told for decades, notwithstanding the business ups and downs. Now to take you through the journey of how the Air Jordan came to existence. You want to first understand that Michael Jordan, also referred to as MJ by his fans, is an American former basketball player whose name cannot be forgotten in a hurry in the sport of basketball. He is considered by many to be the greatest of all time in the history of basketball. Jordan was drafted by the Chicago Bulls of the National Basketball Association in 1984. The Chicago Bulls at the time were having a rough year, but Jordan quickly turned that around. He blazed the trail to the top with his exceptional skills, which would, among others, include his incredible leaping abilities, which earned him the nickname Air Jordan, and his airness. In the mid and late 80s, the Adidas and Converse brands were the leading shoe suppliers for the NBA stars. Jordan, on coming into the league, had wanted to partner with Adidas, but the first brand he met with was Converse. During his pitch with them, he expressed concerns about his place, seeing they already had superstars like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. The president of Converse, John O'Neill, replied, "We'll treat you like all our other superstars." For this reason, MJ did not take the deal, even after they had offered $100,000 per year. Nike was the next brand Jordan received an invitation from. He wasn't very sure at first, but his mother convinced him to at least go and listen to what they had to say. So, listened he did. And guess what? They offered him a 5-year deal worth $500,000 annually plus royalties. This was huge compared to what other NBA stars were getting at the time. On top of that, they offered him his own signature shoe line. As mouth-watering and irresistible as the deal was, MJ still had eyes for Adidas, since that was his favorite shoe. And had Adidas not refused to match what Nike had put on the table, he would have considered them. But, according to Jordan, they didn't think it was worth it. Now, that is what is called lack of vision. So, Jordan played ball with Nike. The silhouette of a leaping Michael Jordan, used to achieve the Jumpman pose in the Jordan brand logo, can be traced to a 1984 Life magazine photo shoot before Michael was ever signed to Nike. But after signing with Nike, he recreated the Jumpman pose for a photo shoot, this time wearing a pair of Nikes known as the Air Jordan Black Toe. Later, the Nike Airship in red and black colorway was created exclusively for MJ, which he wore to a preseason practice match at Madison Square Garden on the 18th of October, 1984. The league issued a sanction to Michael Jordan for breaking the uniformity rule, as the colorway of the shoe was not in compliance with the NBA league policy at the time, which stipulated that all footwear must be white-based. Popular misconception has it that it was the Air Jordan 1 shoes that were banned initially. But no, it was the Nike Airship, because it was on the 10th of February 1985 at the Slam Dunk Contest, a grand event hosted by the NBA which was aired on national television, that Michael Jordan showed up to court in a gold rope chain and in a pair of the Air Jordan 1 tennis shoes in red and black colorway. This shoe was different from the Nike Airship. The design was technically similar, but the construction appeared to be more sophisticated. It is said that Nike and MJ capitalized on this ban and controversy, as Michael Jordan was fined $5,000 for every game in the 1985 season that he wore the red and black colored shoes. While he kept wearing the shoes, entrenching his reputation as the man who makes his own rules, Nike happily picked up the tab. This act of rebellion forced the league to issue a notice to Nike's vice president in a letter dated February 25, 1985, recalling the first prohibition of the red and black shoes worn by Michael Jordan. The letter reads thus: In accordance with our conversations, this will confirm and verify that the National Basketball Association rules and procedures prohibited the wearing of a certain red and black Nike basketball shoe by Chicago Bulls player Michael Jordan on or around October 18, 1984. Before the repeal of the uniformity rule, also known as the 51% rule in 2000, the success and fame of the Air Jordan had become massive and rode on the sentiment following the ban of the Nike Airship and the popular personality of young star Michael Jordan, which somehow gave the shoe some sort of street credibility that formed the youth culture very quickly. Some say it was a genius and strategical team-up by Jordan and Nike to launch the shoe and create a lot of market buzz, which makes a lot of sense as the shoe was officially released in the market in the same year, 1985, and has continued to be manufactured in different colorways and retroed in varying and refreshing designs. Every new design comes with its own unique fixture and a touch of luxury. For example, the Air Jordan 2 didn't have Nike's swoosh logo on the upper side. It also came with a polyurethane midsole and a full-length encapsulated Nike Air bubble to provide better cushioning and maximum comfort. The Air Jordan 3 was the first to come with the Jumpman logo. It also came with an elephant trim and tumbled leather. The AJ3 kicks were said to be Michael's favorite shoes as he wore them to many major events in his basketball career. The Air Jordan 4 was released in 1989 and was a really big deal as it was featured by Spike Lee in his movie Do the Right Thing. Then, there was the AJ5 in February 1990 with a completely new look, comprising of translucent rubber soles and lace locks. It is interesting to note that Nike kept at it, and there were more introductions of new designs and reintroductions of existing versions. Most editions of AJ were retroed many times with significant modifications following tremendous demand, and there were also several other mind-blowing packages in between the series from the Air Jordan line, such as the Spizike, which was introduced in October 21, 2006. This shoe was a mashup of the Jordan 3, 4, 5, 6, Air Jordan 9, and 20 shoes. There was the Defining Moment series, the Old and New Love, the Air Jordan 60 Plus, Jordan Son of Mars edition, the Air Jordan Collisione countdown packages, the Jordan Fusions, etc. AJ series was in fact introduced up to the AJ33. Okay, since we are here, let me tell you about this model. It was released on October 18, 2018, and it is indeed the first Air Jordan model to go laceless. It is said to have an excellent grip with great cushioning and a mesh upper that is super breathable and very flexible. Now, the bomb and the newest release of the Air Jordan line is the AJ34 in the Simple Eclipse colorway, which we have heard arrived on Nike.com on November 7th. This design consists of many outstanding features, which includes its minimalistic look with a black-based textile upper contrasted by a white heel counter, 4 Jumpman logos printed on top of one another, a Zoom Air movement in the forefoot, and the Jordan Eclipse plate, which is found at the center of the white midsole. It is said that modifications were put in place by collating feedback from the previous design, the 33. Reviewers have raved about the sleekness and the cushioning of the shoe. Some claim that the shoe offers the best Zoom experience out of all Zoom-equipped basketball shoes. Most importantly, they say it is the best basketball shoe of 2019. To think that Nike was just a regular and struggling brand at the time of signing Michael Jordan. Who could have known that endorsing the young and talented MJ was to be their gold mine? Hats off to Nike and MJ, a true business titan. Want to become a business titan yourself? Well, you could start by subscribing to the channel, and we mean it. You'll know more about the world of business and entrepreneurship. See you next time. Goodbye.